This is OpusClip, folks, and this is a time saver for you if you want to focus your attention in other areas of your business, because this will allow you to repurpose long form pieces of content into shorter form pieces of content, folks, with minimal effort, because this AI tool will break down the video. For example, what it says on the screen here, 10 viral clips from one long video. And that's what AI is good at, folks, saving us our time where we can focus in other areas. Now, OpusClip here comes as a free version that you can see here, and it's free forever. It's a minimal amount of credits you get per month, folks. With your trial version, you get 90 with the trial version, 90 minutes, and then 60 minutes a month thereafter. So it's quite a lot of videos, folks, if you're posting short form pieces, of content. There are, however, a few limitations. You'll get watermarks and you will get no editing, and after 3 days the clips will no longer be exportable. So it's encouraging you there to move on to the paid plan, which in the grand scheme of things isn't a lot of money, folks. $9 a month for the starter pack there. To be honest, that is quite a good deal, because you could just cancel it and then retake it up again whenever you need it, because at the end of the day, folks, it's something you might not need at the start of your journey, but maybe you want to take it out at a specific point in time where you want to push out a bit more content, or repurpose a piece of content that's done really well as a long form piece of content, and you want to break it down into a short form piece of content, folks, or multiple short form pieces, shall we say. Okay, and to use this tool, folks, it is as simple as choosing a file from your computer in either of these three formats, or dropping in a link from a YouTube video, for example, or from a Google video that you've got saved in your Google Drive. And that's what I've done here, folks, and I've pre-prepared a video which I've just dropped in here. You just put the link there and click on Get Clip. It's telling you here, it's auto captioning, and you can pick your language here. Mine's English, I'm leaving it as is. The credit usage is going to be 5 minutes worth. When you come down here, folks, you can actually select a credit saver by cutting this video down. And then look at, it's telling me a credit usage of only 1 minute. But the thing is, you're not going to get many pieces of content out of a 1 minute video, folks, when the preferred clip length here, it's working it out as less than 30 seconds here is the minimum. So you're possibly only going to get a couple of pieces of content out of 1 minute. So I'm just going to leave it for the long one here, folks, and use 5 minutes of credits. You can, like we said there, folks, select your length of your pieces of content, but I'm just going to leave it at 30 seconds. And if you want the AI to work its magic and pick specific parts of the video, folks, if this video is about creating a piece of content, the structure of a video, the hook, the main meat, and the ending, you might want to put in there, like, if keywords you've used are the middle of the video or the main content of the video, then if you put that keyword in there, the AI will try and capture pieces of the video from that part. Okay, so I'm just leaving that because it's an optional part, and I'm just going to come back up and click on Get Clips, folks. And what this will do is then go about creating your short form pieces of content. What it'll do here is it will give you an estimated time, and it'll say you can safely leave this page as it goes and works its magic. It usually takes about 10 minutes, to be honest, sometimes shorter. It is a server, and it's probably getting a lot of requests from other people. So at the end of the day, it's not a long time to wait. Okay, I've already pre-prepared one, folks, and that was the same video I've just shown you, and this is what I got out of it. I got 5 pieces out of that 5 minute video, which I would be well happy with here, because at the end of the day, it's not going to pick out every 30-second clip out of the video, folks, because what it has to do is select words that actually start and finish the sections of video that actually make sense. Okay, so not every piece of the video is going to make sense, but it does an extremely good job, which you will see here in a minute, of actually creating a hook, a middle, and an ending for the video. We can share this here and schedule it, folks, and clicking on this button here and picking our relevant platforms. We can download it and we can edit it, folks. So if we click on edit, this tool has been absolutely excellent. Me having an accent, it's hardly skipped a beat with regards to creating, the captions. And folks, I haven't used this tool to post a video yet, I'm introducing you this tool because if you want to use it, by all means, save yourself some time. But if you're like me at the start of your game, I'm not under a lot of pressure. I've got time to edit my videos in CapCut. I can do that there, and schedule them through TikTok's scheduling tool. But if your business has got traction and you want to focus more on other things, then definitely this is the type of thing that you want to be looking at for sure. What we can see here, folks, on the left is our captions, and what the tool does is color certain words that it thinks it might want to be highlighted. You can go in here and change those by hovering over them. You can change the color as well that you want. You can set these words at the start if you want them to appear at the start, or you can set it at the end. And if there's a word that has a spelling mistake, you can just double click it and just highlight it and edit it with your keyboard, folks. Fillers and pauses will remove any ums and ahs out of the video, folks, so that's quite a good little tool as well. When we come into the design part of OpusClip, folks, the first part we will get is to organize the layout, which I am going to leave as portrait because that suits the TikTok version where I want to repurpose this video to. Okay, then you will get the option to pick layout. It's an automatic thing that OpusClip does, but if you wanted to adjust like fit, to be fair, that's not going to give you a nice looking video because you're going to have padding at the top and bottom with a smaller picture in the middle. If you had two speakers, folks, an absolutely awesome option is to split it, and it'll automatically select both speakers and split it top and bottom with the captions accordingly positioned not to overlap their faces, and again 3 and 4 accordingly. But I'm just going to leave it as auto because I want it to fill, which the auto is picking up, and leave it as is. There is a screen share option, folks, available. If you have shared screen share content, like it says, screen share mode requires screen share content and one speaker. If none's identified, then it will automatically apply alternative layouts, which it is doing here, which is the fill layout. Okay, and you can see this here was appearing and disappearing, the fit layout crop aspect ratio, folks, whenever I manually selected it there. When you hit auto, it's on the original ratio anyway. It's just another option there for you to be able to best place your content on the screen, folks, for whenever you actually post a video. The auto B-rolls option is a great little feature. If you don't know what B-rolls are, it's an alternative part of your video that switches and shows something else that's in context to what you're talking about, folks. So if I hit auto B-roll, this will automatically try and add a piece of video that tries to lay more context on what I'm talking about. You've probably seen it in a film where the clip switches to someone else in the film. So if I move to that part of the video, you can see it's put in a piece of video there, a B-roll that thinks that I might want to use in the video, or it's related to what I'm talking about, but I'm not going to use that there. Auto emojis option, folks, will put in emojis again related to what you're talking about. I haven't got any emojis on this video, so it's not thought that anything I'm talking about needs an emoji. So there's none there. The auto intro caption, folks, at the start, if you wanted an intro caption instead of what you're actually talking about here, you could, edit this here and say possibly the hook, and then switch that on. It will overlap what the text is you're talking about. The beginning of your videos should start with, yeah, as opposed to the actual captions. Okay, but I'm just going to leave that off because I'm happy with what it's actually put in there as the hook at the start. So I'm leaving that as is. If you prefer the auto captions, folks, to be on 3 lines or 1 line, let's just pick a piece here like so, then you can do so. I actually prefer reading multiple lines because it gives me a chance to actually take in what's being said, because I do like reading captions sometimes if I don't understand what the speaker's talking about, especially someone with me that has an accent. So you've got the option there. Okay, caption position, it's automatic and it does put it in a position that's not going to overlap the speaker's face, folks, but you can move it to the top, the middle or the bottom accordingly. I'll just leave that on auto. The transition effect as well, it's currently on karaoke. If you wanted it to slide up though, you can do that. And you might want to drop in whichever one you prefer. I'll leave it on karaoke And then you get another list of options as well, folks, to change like the fonts down below here, which we'll talk over now. So the karaoke text color is going to be green for the exact word that's being spoken at that time in the video. You can change that color there by changing these effects here. Okay, you can change the font as well and the size, all sorts of things that you could do with a similar thing in Microsoft Word, shall we say. And you can uppercase all the texts by just flicking this here or dropping that off, and it'll put it into lowercase text, folks. Okay, I want to leave it on uppercase though. The font color in between any of the highlighted words is white. You can change that here. The font stroke is actually the outline, and it's in black at the moment. I'm going to leave that as is, and you can actually change the thickness of it here. You can see that going up or down. I'm just going to leave that on 10. And the shadow as well, folks, you can offset it on the X or Y axis or blur it a little bit just by moving that, and you can see the shadow moving there. I'll just leave that as what it was. You can blur it there. Bring that right down. I don't want any blur, I want it nice and clear. And then the AI keywords highlighter, folks, like we seen, there was green and yellow. You can change these again accordingly to whatever selection you want to show up in the actual captions itself here. Okay, when you hover over a word again, you get the option to pick either green or yellow, but you a different font there should you want, or back to the original font color. Okay, there's the font color 1, font color 2. Once you're happy with everything, folks, then you can put an overlay by just selecting upload an image here. It's just like a thumbnail. You know, I've got some created here from previous videos. It'll upload it there just like uploading any file and put it on here. But I'm going to remove it. I don't want it there for this video, so you can remove it again. And once you're happy with the finished article, folks, you can then save and compile. Okay, if you wanted to split it and cut parts of the video out that you're not happy with, you can use the little split tool here. Yeah, and bin whichever highlighted bit you don't want. Alright, but I want to keep it as is. This OpusClip tool has done an absolutely awesome job with this piece of content, so I'm going to save and compile, and it'll give you a time limit there, folks, for how long this is going to take until it's finished. And as you can see here, if it didn't say at the start, it's actually gave us, you know, a Mastering the Art of Hooking Viewers for Ultimate Video Success title, if we want to use that in our title, you know, and if we want to use this here in the description for the video, that's absolutely awesome. And it's giving us a score there again, folks, of what this video, you know, the virality of it is going to achieve, which is a really good feature too. Okay, folks, that's done. So that's ready to download now. We can just click download and it will download to our desktop. There we go. Pull that in. And that's OpusClip. If you've got any questions, folks, drop them in there. I'll leave this one with you and wish you all the best. Take care and good luck.